Good evening, brothers and sisters. Sorry about the lighting. I know it's really dark. I just want to come with a brief message, just basically talking about traveling this world, this life, this path, your life with the Lord, by yourself. So, as people of the Lord, as people of the Most High, a lot of times when I was first getting to know the Lord and I was single, I was lonely, to be honest with you. And it was hard. It was difficult. It was difficult for me to go to sleep at night. It was difficult for me to, I never wanted to be alone. I had a lot of friends and I would always be going somewhere with someone. We would always be going out, whether it be like to jazz events or, I was always at somebody's house. And then when I came home, I was lonely, and that loneliness drove me to eat. That loneliness drove me to drinking. That loneliness sometimes drove me to be in relationships that weren't good for me. I never really had problems dating, but because my self-esteem wasn't high, I was just choosing people naively. Because first of all, I wasn't really close to God like I should have been. So I was just like picking people based off the normal things that we pick people for. Okay, this person has a good job, they're stable, they're attractive, they love the Lord, or they kind of love the Lord, but as I grew in God and I truly surrendered all of my hurts and my pains to the Lord, that's when He made me whole. And even though I have lived alone for quite some time, I now experience the truth of living alone but not lonely. So, whenever I am about in this life, I never feel alone anymore. And I had to really surrender my loneliness to the Lord because my loneliness was holding me back. My loneliness was causing me to eat. My loneliness was causing me to drink. My loneliness was causing me at one point to take sleeping pills so I can go to sleep. I was just trying to numb myself, hanging out with people who really weren't that good for me. Even girlfriends that really weren't that good, but just so I wouldn't be alone. And then the Most High God, He came, and as I surrendered everything, and it took me time, like I surrendered things in bits and pieces. And as I began to face myself, I saw, okay, I have a problem in this area. Okay, Lord, I'm giving that to you. Okay, Lord, I'm holding a grudge against this person. I'm giving that to you. Okay, Lord, why am I eating? Okay, I'm eating because of this pain that I didn't let go. I'm giving that to you. So as I started giving the Lord all of my things, it was like, I would equivalent it to being like me handing the Lord these bags. Throughout my life, I gathered all these bags that was weighing me down, that was causing me to be depressed, that was causing me to feel, just be irrational, to be really insecure. And when I finally decided to give my life to the Lord, I just started handing Him over these bags. I was like, okay, Lord, one bag was insecurity. And then the Lord was like, ooh, why is she insecure? He would open up the bag and show me why I was insecure. Then one bag was low self-esteem. And then all these bags I started handing to the Lord. And as I handed Him each bag, it was like these weights were being pulled off of me. And that feeling of insecurity, that feeling of depression, that feeling of sadness, that feeling of low self-esteem, all those feelings went away through time and through patience with myself and letting the Lord love on my heart and cleanse my heart, mind, body, and soul. The reason why I'm doing this video is because there's some crazy people out there in the YouTube world. And some of them make some really valid points sometimes, but I feel like if I see something negative, I have to counteract it with something positive. That's just me. That's me in my personal life. That's how I interact with people at work, or that's anywhere. I'm always trying to put out positive energy versus negative energy. And so So this guy was saying, he was saying that he just faced the fact that he was going to be alone and that, he might not get married. And he also, which was funny to me, he said that, you know what, man, he was like, honestly, I'm not going to be with no fat chick. And then I'm not going to be with no handicapped chick, And if you ain't going to be with no fat, no ugly girl, you might as well figure out you going to be lonely because there ain't no good woman out here. And I was laughing. It was very mean. And I could see women who may have a handicap or who may be larger, such as women as myself. You can judge a person, but you don't know how much a person goes to the gym. You don't know how much weight a person is losing. And I just thought that was such a superficial way of seeing things. But a lot of people have insecurities and they project their insecurities on other people. If he was a secure man, his concept or his mindset of thinking would be like, I'm going to be with someone, that I'm attracted to, but also someone who is beautiful mostly from the inside out. Because let me tell you something. I have dated a good bit of men from different cultures, different races, and a lot of these men were attractive. And the thing about it is attractiveness, being handsome does not equivalent to someone who is honest, sincere, loyal, and ready to develop and cultivate a relationship that the Lord has called us to be in. The first thing that I concern myself about when I see someone or someone is interested in me is where are they at with the Lord? Because if this person is not respecting God and they're not respecting themselves, there's no way that they would respect me. And I was just saying this to say, people have all kind of reasons to separate themselves from other people. But that one person that may love you the best is the one person that you're probably overlooking. And that's true. The one person that may be the greatest for you, but if you have an ego, if you have pride, if you don't know who you are, if you're insecure, then you're going to lean to the things that are superficial in this life. Brothers and sisters, I can promise you that whenever I settle down, my husband, he probably will be attractive, but I'm not going to marry him or be with him based on his looks. I can only say that because of my past experiences and knowing that letting the flesh lead me into relationships is a one-way ticket to the pits of hell, is a one-way ticket to destruction, to sadness. And I hear women often say stupid things like, I'm sorry, but it is really dumb. Like, girl, he putting me through so much, girl, but he's so fine. Girl, he look good. Girl, did you see them abs, girl? Let me show you the picture. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but his abs will not, hold up. You need someone who loves the Lord, who respects themselves, and who is going to respect you. If a person isn't respecting the Lord, if they don't have a genuine relationship with the Most High God, no one's perfect, and a person is not respecting themselves, my dear beautiful women and my dear beautiful men, they're never going to respect you. Anyway, I just wanted to provide some words of encouragement for the singles because being a person that lives alone and is at peace and is happy with themselves, it's a journey to this process. But you can get there. You just have to surrender in spirit and truth. Shalom.